Has it going. Obviously a ball-dominant guard. He's comfortable with taking and making incredibly difficult shots, and he's going to make a couple miraculous passes out there as well.
Yeah, the Lakers game notes making a strong push for MVP consideration, comparing his numbers with other MVPs. Plenty of national NBA voices praising Luka and the Lakers of late. This is what podcaster Jason Gallagher had to say.
What up, Pacer fans? I'm Jason Gallagher, and I'm here to tell you about why Luka Doncic is undoubtedly first-team All-NBA. This is a three-step program here. We'll start with the really obvious one, and that's the offense. The offensive production from Luka has been unbelievable lately. He's first in the NBA in scoring, he's third in the NBA in assists, and he's first in the NBA amongst guards in rebounds. No shock to anybody who's ever watched a lick of Luka Doncic, but it's really about how he's doing it with the Lakers this season that makes it even more impressive. The volume in which he is scoring is preposterous, and when you match that with the efficiency, it just makes him a totally unguardable player. So Luka's usage rate is through the roof. It's 37.8%. This is the 7th highest usage rate season of all time in the NBA. What? Usually when a player's usage rate goes up, their efficiency goes down. That's not the case with Luka Doncic right now. Despite leading the league in usage, he maintains a true shooting percentage of like 61%, which is crazy. Again, Luka is carrying the 7th largest offensive load in the history of the NBA, and he's doing it at a high efficiency rate. Point number 2, and this one goes out to you directly, Michael Wilbon, who said yesterday, "Don't talk to me about a guy who plays half the court, Luka Doncic." End quote. There's nothing I hate more than these NBA myths that get perpetuated by national media members who don't actually watch basketball. First, let's talk about the team impact with him on the floor versus off the floor defensively. I'm going to have to read these numbers off. Lakers defensive rating with Luka on the floor is 115.9. Lakers defensive rating without Luka on the floor is 121.5. That's nearly 6 points per 100 possessions better when Luka is actually on the floor. And it's not just about the initial stop, it's about finishing the defensive possession. Luka right now, his defensive rebounding percentage is about 19.5%, which is first among guards and wings. He is averaging 1.6 steals per game. He's averaging 2.8 deflections per game, which ranks him at the top tier of disruptors. I mean, this is a guy who's getting picked on a lot, and he is still in the top 10 in steals, which is just kind of nuts. When Luka Doncic messes up on defense, he does it in a very loud way, similar to James Harden. Unfortunately, that's allowed people like Michael Wilbon to perpetuate this myth that he is a defensive liability when he's on the floor. I'm not saying he's all-time great, but I'm saying given his offensive impact and his ability to positively impact the defensive end, that is point number 2. And the final point, point 3, is his impact on winning. You cannot argue that Luka Doncic is a net negative on defense if he is impacting winning to the degree that he is. Right now, the Lakers sit at the 3 seed in a highly competitive Western Conference, despite LeBron missing 21 games, Austin Reeves missing 28 games, and the Lakers having to dole out a ton of different lineups. Luka's been the constant, and they are right now ahead of a lot of teams that have very promising playoff hopes. And nobody had the Lakers at this record. They're going to wind up finishing with at least 10 more wins than any projection model had them finishing. And that is a true testament to not just my boy JJ Redick, but Luka Doncic. So in conclusion, there's the offensive case, the statistical dominance, the high efficiency of scoring despite being high volume. The defensive liability thing is a total myth when you look at the actual numbers and watch the actual basketball games. Shout out Mike Wilbon again. And he clearly has an impact on winning, with the Lakers sitting at 46-26 in a highly, highly competitive Western Conference. That is my TED Talk to you, Pacer fans. Shout out you. Shout out Tyrese, my guy. Shout out Pacer Nation. Do you guys call yourselves that? I don't know.